Alright guys, so we want to make an update to the video that we made yesterday. The reason being is that Kamala Harris, you see in the video, we talk about it, about her and the resignation of her aide. The only thing we're going to give you guys an update that she dropped out today, as I predicted. And basically her tweet said, to my supporters, it is with deep regret but also with deep gratitude that I am suspending my campaign today. But I want to be clear with you. I will keep fighting every day for what this campaign has been about. Justice for the people, all the people. Alright, and that's from her official Twitter account. But like you'll see in the video that we made last night, I called it. The reason being that to me, in my opinion, her aide resigning was the nail in the coffin to me. I feel like that sealed it. She was already trending down.
Yeah, and that she stayed like that for a while too.
That was a nail in the coffin, and today you see that she just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
So Kamala Harris, she's running for presidency. I'm predicting that she's going to drop out very soon. I feel like she's the next to drop out.
Yeah.
And I thought she had a decent run. She had a good run in the beginning. Before I knew anything about her, and I saw her grilling Brett Kavanaugh at Bill Barr in these depositions and all that, or before they made him Brett Kavanaugh a judge. So whatever. I saw that and I saw her grilling them, and it went viral, and I was like, okay. And then she said she was running for presidency, so I'm like, okay, let's see what she has. I was like, okay, if she's progressive, that would be amazing. She's not, but if she's progressive, I initially thought that would be amazing. She can get the female vote and the black vote.
Yeah.
Which is, you need those to win.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not her story. She's not really progressive. Mainly, she doesn't have any policy that I think she is stronger than everybody else on there. Makes her distinct from makes her, what's the word I'm saying, none of her, because she doesn't really have any plans or any propositions that
stand her out.
That she's not gonna let her pull from the pike. So, but I want to talk about basically her peak and then how she just plummeted.
Got it.
All right. And another thing, man, she's what I've heard is she's the cop candidate because
she used to be a prosecutor.
She used to be a prosecutor. She asked her about have you smoked weed and she laughed, but basically indicating that she did, but she has gotten people arrested, and she's proud about those arrests of people using marijuana and those nonviolent drug crimes. And also, because of her parents, she was pushing for her parents to be arrested for truancy, which means if their kids start missing school, and that impacts a lot of low-income families, that they have to work or they're unable to provide transportation to the school, so the kid in turn misses a lot of school, and they're absent a lot, and parents because of her got arrested. She said that didn't happen, but that's not true.
Yeah.
But anyways, in the polls, you'll see when the graphic comes up, she peaked on July 5th at 15.2 points.
Yeah.
Right, and that was right after the June 27th debate, which was held here in Miami, where she had the viral moment with Joe Biden about the busing, and she was just saying the little girl was part of the second class to be integrated in busing. That little girl in California was me.
Yeah.
She said that. She also came out saying this whole, talking to the camera, saying, that's why I have the 3 a.m. agenda. So you won't be having to wake up at 3 a.m. worrying about how your bills are going to get paid. And that sounded good. It was good for the camera. It was definitely...
Yeah.
It was good for the polls for her. Right, and she was playing that whole, I came from the struggle, and I represent you guys, and I'm fighting for the people, and that was her MO that night.
Yeah, that moment.
And then when she destroyed Biden with the whole busing thing, that went viral, and that caused that boost to in points in the polls. But little by little in the next debates, she's just been casting out that fishing cast or the fishing rod just to get that viral moment for the same reaction, trying to get points in the poll. But the problem with that is, one, if it doesn't happen, you have no policies to fall back on.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really have any strong stances on everything. She's just all trying to come out and get your vote by talking to you and trying to connect with you. But that's about it. It doesn't extend anything. It doesn't go beyond that with her.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like she started slowly trickling down. And then I'm going to go into her, basically, her collapse.
Yeah, so I can see what you're saying. So from that moment, like you mentioned, that debate in Miami, to now, she has been on a decline. And like you said, I do feel like she has been trying to like get those viral moments. Now I understand why the SNL skit did that skit of her. Oh, I'm just trying to make a moment, and because she was trying to, just trying to like have the viewers think like, oh my gosh, she said this, and try to get a reaction out of it, which doesn't work, man. If you don't have substance, you need to have substance backed up by that.
Exactly. I don't know any policies that she has or that she's strong on, or that I could say, Bernie should incorporate some of that, or the next president should incorporate some of that. She's right on that. She doesn't have any of that. But anyways, I'll move on. So over the weekend, one of her aides in her campaign, which her position was a state operations director, Kelly Mellenbacher, submitted her letter of resignation. And the worst part, she went to Michael Bloomberg's campaign, which is terrible.
Oh my goodness!
And it doesn't make sense because in the letter, and you can get this from the New York Times. They're the ones that broke the story. The letter basically says that she still believes that she's the strongest, that Kamala Harris is the strongest candidate. But anyways, in the letter, she said this: I have never seen an organization treated staff so poorly. The treatment of our staff over the last 2 weeks was the final straw. It is not acceptable to me that we encourage people to move from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore only to lay them off with no notice. That we would lay off anyone that we hired weeks earlier. That with less than 90 days until Iowa, we still do not have a real plan to win. Our campaign for the people is made up of a diverse talent which is being squandered by indecision and a lack of leaders who will lead.
Man. That sounds harsh.
So basically, she just took a dump on her whole campaign and said that, obviously there's nobody, not even the worst thing is that they made cuts. They had I think it was in the beginning of November, they started cutting people. And I'm assuming that's in reference to how people went and committed to the campaign, and when shit started hitting the fan and that money wasn't coming in, they just started putting people on a chopping block. And that's kind of fucked up because these people went all in, and
for Kamala Harris.
Which,
so you think they're gonna vote for her after that?
That's another story, but
fuck no.
But yeah, so this is basically her lowest point.
Ugh, this is bad, bro. This is really bad for her.
We'll put up this graphic as well, and you'll see that from today, December 2nd, she dropped from that 15 to 3.4, which that's back. That's what's even worse? She started with Michael Bloomberg, where her candidate went. Her aide went. So you just got sold out, and then you're tied with the guy you got sold out for, which is not gonna win at all either.
But not only that, dude, the guy just joined last week. Yeah, exactly. He joined last week. Yeah. This lady has been on the trail since the beginning.
So it just goes to show you,
Oh
how
my goodness.
Kamala Harris is just plummeting, and
That's just
she's soon to go out.
yeah. Hopefully, her for sure. I feel like her and Buttigieg. I mean, not Buttigieg. Cory Booker.
Oh, Cory Booker's on the
Him, her, Cory Booker, and I'm hoping Amy Klobuchar can get a
Please.
clue. Yes, and drop out. If those three drop out, oh my goodness, that'll be so dope. Where do you think her voters are gonna go, man?
I think, like we were saying off camera, they're gonna go. If you're supporting Kamala Harris at this point, you're ignorant, or you don't know shit about politics. All right. Or you identify her because she's a woman or because she's black, so you think she's the right choice or whatever reason.
Mm.
So based on that, I feel like you were saying Joe Biden. I think either Joe Biden or Cory Booker. Those are going to be the people that are going to
get her voters,
benefit from her dropping out. Yeah, I don't see Bernie. There's a chance, but I really don't see it. But then again, there's people that their top three is like Buttigieg, Bernie, and Amy Klobuchar.
Oh man, that's so weird too.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know really who they like, so it could be a toss up.
Yeah, like you said, I think her voters are gonna go to Biden. I would be surprised if some of her black base, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
her base that like the African American base that she has. I would be surprised if they go to Buttigieg instead of Biden. That would really whoa. Just because of the whole thing that, he's been going through back in his town. So I would be really surprised. But I don't think it's going to go to Booker because Booker, I feel on the same thing. Booker right now is pretty much, like on the last debate, it looked like he was almost begging the people, like, please, give me the money so I can make it to the next debate. That's what it came off to me, at least. Okay, now who do you think? Why do you think she resigned? You mentioned obviously. I think that plays a huge role in it. The fact that her chief or what was the position of her staffer?
It was like state director or something.
After this person resigned, and then there's a New York piece on her, on Kamala Harris, and how a bunch of her staffers have been coming out and just saying that there's no leadership in the campaign, that there's no, guidance. It's just one huge fuck fest. And they were like saying that everybody was blaming Kamala Harris pretty much. She can't take charge. To me, this makes sense also. Like, the donors don't want her. Like, the people that are in charge, they're not choosing her as the person. She's not Hillary Clinton. She's not the chosen one in that sense. It sounds kind of stupid using that, but the establishment, the Democratic establishment, did not choose her. My bet is they have their money on Biden, and then of course Pete Buttigieg. They have their money on Buttigieg. So those are the two candidates that the establishment Democrats are pushing on to the public. She just didn't make the cut. Yeah, so this is what we just wanted to talk about. Just wanted to give you guys an update, which it's a really good news. Good news in my opinion. More chance for Bernie Sanders to become the nominee. Yeah, anything else you want to say?
That's about it.
Well, guys, catch us next time on
The Right Lefties.
All right, let me go. Oh, that's